back to my channel. So today's video is yet again another super late review of the Yeezy 380s in the alien colorway. These did release towards the end of last year and I only just got myself a pair a few weeks ago, and I was thinking of not doing this video because I'm so late to the game, but a few of you guys did request for it, so this video is for you guys and I hope you find it somewhat helpful. I will also be comparing it to the 700 V3s because again, it's another question that I got asked a lot. But let's get into the sneakers first. Now this is the 380s in the alien colorway and it is obviously the first colorway that we have in this silhouette, and first impression wise I actually really like them. They were initially named the 350 V3s because they do have some similarities to the 350 V2s, but obviously you can see aesthetically they're very different. They do have similar elements, but overall the 380 is definitely much more seamless and minimal compared to the 350 V2s, and I really like the look of these. Now when I first saw images of these, they kind of reminded me of a pair of Nike Zoom Flies because it does have that very performance sneaker kind of vibe to them, mainly because of the midsole over here, and I can say that these are super comfortable on feet. They do have boost in them. I don't know if this is an illusion, but it does appear to have a little bit more boost compared to the 350 V2. You can see that the midsole does look a little bit thicker when it's next to the 350 V2s, and I just find these to be very comfortable, and they just feel so soft and like cushy on feet. Like you guys all know what boosts feel like, so these are definitely A+ in terms of comfort. I'm not saying that the 350 V2s are not comfortable, but just next to the 380s, these definitely take the cake. And when you look at the outsole, you can see it has a different kind of traction pattern, so it's a little bit more grippy compared to the 350 V2s. Now looking at the midsole, you can see that it does have sort of a light green color, and for some reason I was under the impression that these would glow in the dark, but they don't, and I'm sure you guys know that already. But yeah, I guess I'm really late to the game and I obviously don't watch enough videos about them, but I was somehow under the impression that these would glow in the dark. I think like prior to the release there were probably images of them somewhere, I don't know, but anyway, that's not even important. Nobody cares if they glow in the dark. It's just like a minor detail that I thought would be nice because the 700 V3s do glow in the dark, and I really like that even though no one is looking at my glow-in-the-dark shoes. So anyway, back to the 380s, you can see that in terms of the lacing system, it is the same as the 350 V2s with the rope laces, and because it has a sock-like kind of upper, if you do not have the laces on them, they will still stay put on your foot. Another thing to note is that it does come up a little bit higher on the ankle, and it does have again a very sock-like kind of fit, and it fits very snug around the ankle. So I really like that. I find that to be very comfortable. There's also a translucent stripe on the 380s on both sides, and I think that gives a little bit more structure to the sneaker because it feels quite firm and it is more so a plasticky kind of texture. So if you run your fingers against them on the inside and the outside of the sneaker, it does feel like very plasticky, but I don't find that to be uncomfortable on feet at all because when you're wearing socks, like I don't really feel that against my skin, and I feel like you should be wearing socks when you wear your sneakers. But yeah, and then on the inside of the sneaker there is some padding around the heel, so again that gives you more comfort. And even though the opening of the sneaker looks quite small, I don't find myself to have any trouble getting them on because it is very stretchy. The one thing though with these ones in terms of fit, I would say they definitely fit very snug, so I would recommend going at least half a size up. Now I have these in a 6.5, which is half a size up from my true to size, so I got the 350 V2s in a 6.5, so I decided to go for a 6.5 in the 380s, and I have to say that the 380s definitely fit more snug than the 350 V2s. So when I have these on, even though I've gone half a size up, I have a little bit of room around the toe box area, whereas with the 380s my toes are right up to the front of the sneaker, and I don't know whether it's because the toe box area is a little bit shallow shallow or short, but like my toes are like right up the front, and it's not uncomfortable, but it just seems a little bit too snug for my liking. I'm not too sure whether going one full size up might be too big, but because it does have a sock-like kind of fit, I feel like that should be fine, but 6.5 seems alright for me at the moment. And also with the 700 V3s, I got these in a 6.5, so I've gone half a size up from my true to size, and again, the 700 V3s do fit quite snug. So if you do decide to go with the same size as your 350 V2s, just keep in mind that it does fit a little bit more snug, but it doesn't mean that it's uncomfortable. Now, to answer your question whether you should get the 380s or the 700 V3s, I find that really difficult to answer because they are quite different aesthetically, but in terms of comfort, I would 100% say the 380s feel more comfortable on feet. Now, the 700 V3s do not have any boost in them. They have an EVA foam, and they are still comfortable, but I feel like you can't compare it to the Boost. Like, these are just so much softer, and also because of the knitted upper, I just feel like it's a lot more lightweight and it's a lot more flexible on feet compared to these ones, because it does have this very snug neoprene liner. Now, aesthetically as well, this is slightly more chunky on feet compared to the 380s, so it really depends on, I guess, what look you go for and how you like your sneakers to look on feet. But I really like both of them. They're very neutral colorway, so I feel like you can't go wrong. But if you're here for comfort, then I would definitely recommend the 380s instead of the 700 V3s. Another thing I found with the 700 V3s, I wore them a little bit more the other day, and I just find that the neoprene sock liner has these seams on the side, and they just feel like a little bit too snug around my ankle or on my feet. So I don't know whether with time this will get a little bit looser, but it is a very snug kind of fit with not a lot of like, how do I describe it? Like, it's not constricting, but it just feels quite like snug. I've repeated this word so many times in this sentence. But if you guys have a pair of 700 V3s, I hope you guys know what I mean. So I feel like because the upper in this is a lot thinner and a bit more lightweight, this gives a lot more room for like movement and like breathability. Now, the 350 V2s I feel will always be one of the most popular silhouettes in terms of the Yeezy line, and for good reason, and they've come up with so many different colorways that I feel like I've kind of lost track personally. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of the 380s and in different colorways, as well as the 700 V3s. Now, they were meant to come up with the Alva colorway, which is the all black one, but it has been delayed since. You can't go wrong with the 350 V2s, but if you're after something different, then I would say give the 380s a go. I think they're really cool on feet, they're super comfortable, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say about these sneakers. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below as well whether you copped a pair of 380s and what you think of the 380s or the 700 V3s, or like which is your favorite out of this three. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye! I feel like it's been a while since I've worn this t-shirt because I used to wear it all the time. So I hope you guys like my t-shirt. This was initially named the 350 V2s because we have the... what? 350 V2... No! The 350 V2s and... what's happening with my voice? But if you run your fingers... What? If you run your fingers... Having said that though, I still love the 300...